Hello guys, it took a while, but we do have a prize picks board up for Tuesday, June 21st, this MLB slate. All 15 games, 30 teams are going to be playing today. Looking at first inning runs allowed, there are two. The first one is going to be the Royals and the Angels. This one's going to be a yes runs first inning, so the over on 0.5. Now, they post runs the night before, but they post the hits allowed the next morning. So I would prefer that one if you're willing to wait, but of course there are some locks in this video. Lines are probably going to move, so if you really do want to lock those in, then we're going to have to go with what we have here. But the hits, that one I'm going to lock in, so just for when that is available, I will be taking this one as a lock for 1.5 hits on the over. But right now I'm okay with taking the over for the runs. You got Heasley and Detmers pitching for this game, and I don't know how there's only a 4-run total for KC because Detmers is not a good pitcher. The Angels bullpen has kind of fallen off a little bit, and they made some improvements in the offseason, but still, this team is just really struggling right now. And then with Heasley, he's not a good pitcher. He's really been lucky so far, and he's allows a ton of all those hitting stats to lefties. So Shohei Ohtani, Jared Walsh, they look to be really good today. Also Brandon Marsh as well, and whatever lefties that they do have at the bottom of the order. So I do like the Angels and the Royals offense, both sides here, because they just have capable bats of getting the platoon advantage against both these starters. So I like the over for this game. And then an under, going to be the D-backs and Padres. Zach Gallen against Sean Manaea. Two really good pitchers. Still, no Manny Machado is going to be out probably for a while. And no Fernando Tatis. I think this is the lowest run total game of the slate. 3.4, 3.8. So really love this for both sides. Hopefully, there's no kind of craziness that goes on like for the Monday game. But these two guys, Gallen, a lot better of a pitcher than Zach Davies. So I really do like the under for this. And then now on to strikeouts. These are the two locks that I really want to get in. So Ryan Feltner, 4.5 against the Marlins. Feltner, a young pitcher, 25 years old, but he's shown a lot of promise. He, of course, is in Colorado. This game's going to be in Miami, though. So his numbers, though, pitching in Coors, he really hasn't been bad. This game against the Braves, 6 earned, but right, the Braves are a good power hitting team. They've been really hot recently, and it's in Coors. But this game, you probably would be better. You're definitely better off, actually, with a young pitcher that is pitching away from Coors. So I do like this, and really looking at the K's, like 7, 6, 3 against the Braves, 6 against the Padres. And the Marlins, on the season, they haven't struck out a lot. Like, they're 14, 22.6, but recently, you look at just the last month, so May to June 20th, they are 7th, 24% against righties. And I do like the K's more than the fantasy points because I think you can definitely get there. But some of these other stats, like the lefties, are a little concerning. You look at 4 homers against lefties. Marlins, they don't have a ton of lefties. That's why I do like this spot. Just the K's for Feltner. He doesn't struggle against righties as much. And you have a lot of righties in this lineup, so I do like 4.5 Ks. That's just way too low. On FanDuel, 5+ is a -210. So it's even higher, probably, 250 or something at 4.5. So this is one of the best ones that we've probably ever seen, actually, when you compare the odds to the sports books. But again, the reasoning for Ks over fantasy points is just because the line is so good for the Ks, but also in case that the Marlins do some damage off of Feltner, which is possible because WRC Plus, they rank above average. I want the Ks. And then the other one is Tony Gonsolin, a lock as well, at 5. Pulling up Gonsolin's stats, he's recorded at least 5 Ks in his last 9 games in a row. And just that, 5, 7, 6, everywhere. His pitch count is not going to be that high. Like, he doesn't exceed over 100. This is a tough environment to play in because it is going to be in Cincinnati, but Gonzolin's just been a really good pitcher. In the Reds, they do strike out. Looking at overall this season for righties, the Reds, they are about average, 13th, 22.8%. And I've talked about this before. They're better team at home, so that is a little concerning. But same thing with Feltner. This line for Gonsolin at 5 is just really good value on PrizePicks. It really should be 5.5, so that's why I'm going to lock it at 5. At least we should be able to get a push out of this. And then for hitters, we are going to be looking at first Carlos Correa at 7.5. And he is taking on Aaron Savali, who will be back from injury. Right here, 7.5, the over. So Savali, he's kind of a 2-pitch pitcher sort of guy. And I'm going to pull up Savali's stats real quick. But the Twins as a whole, they hit really well against Savali's 2 pitches. And that's why I really do like the Twins to put up a lot of runs. You look at the run total for them, it is at above 5.2, I believe. And the weather, 85 degrees, 14 mile winds blowing out. So really, just really good. And then Savali, first came back from injury. He's probably going to be limited a bit. So whatever his fantasy score gets posted as, and they said they will post this in the morning, I think just a number that I'm going to throw out there, 24.5. If we see a number higher than that, I'm going to take the under. I probably will lock it. You have a pitcher who probably is going to be limited, and a very tough matchup is PrizePicks. Discord's been down. Is Savant down now too? Well, I guess this is down. But, or maybe it's just Savali. I don't know. But I don't know what's wrong with the internet tonight. But Savali, though, I did look into this. I think it was a sinker. And it might have been a cutter. Yeah, I can't show you guys the stats, but the Twins, for the 2 pitches that he does throw, I think it was the cutter and the curveball, because when I was looking at it, Savali was really just, the Twins hit both of those pitches really well. And that's why I do like Savali's under. And then Correa, he is someone part of this team, big part of the lineup that does hit those pitches well. So that's why I really do like Correa. I think Arias is fine as well, but I'm going to wait if they do give Correa a 1.5 total bases, take the over on that one. And then Shohei Ohtani, talked about he easily struggles against lefties, so makes perfect sense to take a 7.5 hitting prop for Ohtani. Someone who also can steal bases, so that +5 is going to be huge. Now, Perez, he's kind of been a DH, so it's been Melendez. Can't show you guys the stats on him either, I guess, just for any player, but I do like to look at the pop time for, it is up, but Melendez framing, he's really bad. Pop time, 1.96, not the worst, but that's really not that great either, so pretty solid. But now, hopefully I can show you guys Savali. No, I can't. But Ohtani, I do like him, high run for the Angels. And then on to hits and walks, there's one, and that's going to be Paul Goldschmidt for the over at 1.5. So they're taking on Chichi Gonzalez. This guy has been around the league for a while now. He's not walking as many guys as before. Some of these player profiles are loading, but you can see just the walk rate somehow. I guess it's fixed. But surely these Cardinals are a very good lineup. Not that it really matters because we're taking individually Goldschmidt, but Cardinals against righties, they 12th in walk rate. But Goldschmidt, he's been he's been an MVP candidate for this season, and you might see him walk just because they don't want to face him. Sure, the Brewers, they have a good bullpen that can be concerning, but the starter is what matters the most, and Gonzalez has some walk issues throughout his career, so that's why I do like this prop for the over. I think Edman is fine as well, but Goldschmidt's the better hitter, so that's why I do prefer him. And then I actually forgot to mention one hitter fantasy score prop, and it's Jesse Winker at 6.5. It would be nice if he could bat leadoff, but he's been kind of struggling. But also, if his stats will show up, he has been unlucky in his expected batting average compared to what his real batting average is. So I do like that, but it's James Caprillion on the mound, and he's really struggled this year against lefties. So that's why I do like Winker 6.5. Just seems a little bit low, probably, I guess, set right for what his real results have been, but this is a very good spot for Winker. And then for total bases, we're going to go back to Rafael Devers, but I actually like all three of the Red Sox today. Against Bo Brisky, Devers will be 1 for me, and he's going to be a lock. He's just been hot. Been walked, hit by pitch. So that's why he hasn't hit 2 of the last 3 days, but very good spot. Tigers, they're not a good team, and 5-point run total, one of the higher ones on the slate. Winds are blowing out today, which is definitely a plus because they've been blowing in recently. And Devers hitting behind Thurin, hitting second, so going to be hitting at the top. Probably can get an extra at bat. And JD Martinez, Xander Bogaerts, I love them as well. I rank Bogaerts second and then Martinez. But it is because Bogaerts, he hits Brisky's pitches. I think it was the fastball and slider, both of those really well. Devers, of course, too. So I prefer both these guys, but Devers is my preference because of the platoon advantage. And then Mike Trout at 1.5. Going with this again. He was probably the most popular play on PrizePicks for Monday. But you look at his at-bats. He singled his first time, and then he just missed 2 pitches down the middle. And then his last at-bat in the 8th inning, he hit a line drive to third. It was caught by Nicky Lopez, but that was a 710 expected batting average. So this spot against Heasley, not a good pitcher. You go right back to it. He's been one of the better players. Been arguably the best player in all of baseball for the past few years. He's just been injury prone kind of, but Trout, 1.5 total bases. Yeah, I'm taking that against the Royals. And then runs and RBIs. So if you didn't hear in the Discord, they said that they're going to make these a little bit softer, and they have been tighter recently. For what they have right now, Jazz Chisholm 0.5. You look at DK Sportsbook, this is a -130 for his run prop alone. So the fact that you're getting RBIs too, hitting second now, don't know if that's going to be the case again because they're facing a righty. But John Birdie's been really good at the leadoff spot, has that stolen base ability, the steals, or the speed. So he's got a really good shot at RBIs too. So when you combine those two, 130 for runs alone, this is a very good prop. The one thing that I'm not going to make this a lock is because the winds, I do factor in weather a lot, and if they are going to open up the roof, 15-mile winds blowing in, that definitely is going to hurt hitting. But I would still take this even if they do open up the roof. But probably the best prop I would say that stands out for this category right now. And then the second one's Whit Merrifield, 0.5. Talked about Reed Detmers, how he struggles. You have a platoon advantage for Merrifield here, and I don't know why. Just this run total is way too low here. Benintendi, he can hit lefties just fine. Whit, he's been hot recently, playing a lot better since he got the beginning of the season. And Salvador Perez, power hitter, right? And I just think this is a good spot for a leadoff guy. And we potentially could get a lot of good ones for this category, so keep an eye on it. But for right now, I would say the best two props are going to be Feltner and Gonsolin, just because you compare those odds to sportsbooks, they really do stand out. But keep an eye on, everything that they do add to the board. But runs and RBIs, I am really interested in what they do. And of course, Aaron Savali, if his line is kind of too high, going to take the under. So there's probably going to be a lot of updates that I do need to make for this Tuesday slate. Also Taco Tuesday, so we got a lot of discounted props that we can take advantage of. It looks like to be a very fun, jam-packed slate, action-packed slate. So good luck on it. Hopefully we do bounce back today. And yeah, just looks like to be a very fun slate. Hopefully we do make a lot of money today. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next slate. Bye.